Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Exquisite Beauty MUA and my name is Jen, and today we're going to be doing a little makeup haul. Surprise, surprise. It is going to be this little Ulta haul that I got a couple of weeks ago, and I've been having this idea of doing this type of haul for a while now. Basically, I just want to use nothing but Milani products. So I did go through a few things, make sure that I had a full face of everything. Let's see, let's hope that I did get everything. Let's just jump right into it. I didn't put on any makeup or anything. This is just bare face. I did do my skincare, applied some lip balm for my dry lips. Let's get started. First of all, I'm dying because I always like doing my brows before I get started. That's what we're gonna start off with today. The product that I did purchase for my brows is going to be this Milani Stay Put Brow Color. Comes with a dual-sided angle brush and a spoolie on the other side, then the cream pot, and then the pomade. Hopefully this is going to be a good color, and this is in the color dark brown. So let's open this up, and I am going to zoom you in as well, that way we can get started on the makeup. And this is pretty cute. This is the little brush that it comes with. I can never have enough of these little brushes. I have, I think, like maybe 5 or 6 of them because I do my brows every day. Even if I don't do my makeup, I do my brows. That is priority and the #1 thing that I have to walk out of the house with. This is what the little pot looks like. This is the top of it, actually. You're so used to seeing this on the bottom of it that it looks a little weird to see it on the top. And it has Milani there. Just opening up, that is what the color looks like. So let me go ahead and apply this, that way I can see how it looks. That is the brow finished up. You can actually see a tremendous difference what brow products do. I mean, I have pretty good brows, but still, like, filling them in, like, it looks nicer and defined. I like it so much better. I really like that, and I like the fact that I only had to use one product. Usually when I use my ColourPop brow products, I use a pencil first on the first part of my brow and then the pomade on the rest, but it takes some getting used to because I'm used to doing my brows a different way, but it wasn't too bad. Let me go ahead and do my other brow and we'll continue with the rest. Alright, and I think that's as close as you're gonna get today. I need to do my brows, so I mean, we gotta work with what we have. The thing is that I'm so scared because I try to fix it and then you end up with like one brow over here, the other one up here. Let me just leave it alone because I don't want to mess it up. And I usually like using a loose powder to put on my eyes before I prime and set them. I didn't get a loose powder because I'm not a real big fan of them, so I did get this one. It's a Milani Prep-Set+Go transparent face powder. This is used basically to wear under foundation to prep skin over to lock in makeup. So it's cool because you can use this before and after, so it serves a dual function. I am just going to use a little bit just to put on my eyes before I prime and set them. I'm just going to be using this Alamar Fluffy blending brush. That way I can grab a little bit from that powder and put on my eyes so it could soak up the excess oils that I have on there before priming and setting them, because I have a very oily lids. And I didn't get concealer. So here we go. The reason why I didn't get concealer because I did buy this one. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. This is in the color Sand Beige number 6. And what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. That way I can clean up under my eyebrows, and then I can put this down as a base for my eyeshadows. I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be using this Luxie. It's the 160 lip brush. I like using these type of brushes to conceal right under my eyebrows because it curves and it just perfectly gets under there. So let me go ahead and do that. I feel like a concealer would have worked a little bit better for my eyes. But hey, this is how you live and you learn through trials and errors. Anyway, I'm going to be taking this Morphe M335 brush. It's a chubby dense brush, that way I can blend in the base that I've put down. When I was putting on that foundation concealer on my eyes, I was like, man, this seems like a little watery on my eyes. I'm not sure if this is going to work. And with that same Milani Prep-Set+Go powder, I'm going to be taking that same Alamar brush, setting that base down. Next, let's move on into the eyes. I swear, it's like the landscaping people know when I'm gonna be recording, and they're like, Jen's recording, let's come and pay our visit. Let me just wait a little bit while they're finished. Alright, and moving on into the eyes, the eyeshadow that I bought from Milani is going to be this one. It's the Gilded Rouge Hyper Pigmented Eyeshadow Palette. This is the front of it. The back, it has all of the shades that are inside the palette. It tells us that there's fierce foils, silky mattes, and standout shimmers. And these look absolutely stunning, but why stop there? Let me actually show you the inside. This is what the palette looks like. It comes in this cardboard material, and then on the back, I love this, are the names. That way you don't have to rely on the box. And Milani, of course, they're cruelty free. I love that. These are the shades right there. They're absolutely stunning. I opened this just now and I had to stare at it for a minute, and I was like, holy moly. Those look absolutely stunning, and it comes with a mirror, of course, which always makes it very convenient if you are ever planning on traveling, which that's what I always think of, because let's be honest, when you're traveling, you don't want to be taking a million different pieces of makeup. The less you have to take, the better. Trust me, I've traveled and I've actually compacted my makeup now to what I first started off with. And let me just go ahead and swatch these on my arm for you, that way you can see how they look. Okay guys, so here are the shades swatched on my arm. I could barely fit all of them. It's going all the way up into my upper arm. Some of them swatched very nicely, some of them were very crumbly, some of them were very dry, so I got a little bit of everything. I was actually expecting a little bit better. This is what they are right here. I'm gonna start off with this first shade right here. This one is called Ethereal. This next one right there, you can barely see it. It's called Hush Hush. These two are both mattes. This next one right here is called Peach Fuzz. You can barely see those two. I had to actually go into those a couple of times. This next like cool toned brown shimmery color, it has like a little bit of silver reflex. This one's called On Taupe. This next red burnt orange color is called Slow Burn. This one is called Rosé Soirée. It's a mauve pinkish color. This one was extremely crumbly and there was a lot of kick up on that one. This next one right here is called Carrot. It's a beautiful gold yellowish color. This next one right here, it's called Wait What. It's actually like more like a cool tone brown as the base, and it has like blue reflex on the top. It's a really strange color, but nonetheless it's still very beautiful. This next one right here is called Sangria. This is a pinky mauve darker shade more than Rosé Soirée. This one was very very dry when I was applying that one. I had to go into that one a few times. This next one right here, it's brownish with a little bit of like orangey reflex. It's very beautiful. This one's called Old Fashioned. This next brown one is a matte shade. It's called Overbaked. That one was also a little bit patchy on application. I did have to go over it a few times. This next one right here, it's called Avec Moi, and that is a beautiful purple burgundy color. It has so many colors to it. It's absolutely beautiful. This next one right here is called By the Glass. That one was extremely patchy. I had to go over it a few times. I did find that when I was going over it and blending it, it wasn't blending too badly, so we'll see how they work once I apply them. And these next two shades are glitter colors. They are absolutely stunning. This one right here, it's called Femme. The next one's called Wifey. I feel like you would maybe have to use like a glitter glue to make sure that they stay on, because they are pretty crumbly. Like, it's like coming off with my finger, so a glitter glue would probably be a good idea. And this next matte blue color is called Bewitched. That one was extremely patchy and just on application. Like, it blended in okay once I put another swatch on top of it, but we'll see how they apply once I put them on my eyes. But yeah guys, these are the shades right there swatched on my arms. Alright, so now that we've seen how they swatch and how they look, this is how the palette looks now that I've swatched. So you can see how some of them are a little bit crumbly, especially that one, Rosé Soirée, and this one, Bewitched. So I'm going to be a little bit careful on which colors I'm going to use. I'm going to be taking that same Alamar blending brush, and I'm just going to start off by dipping into this color Peach Fuzz right here to place all over my lid. The kick up is insane. I'm going to try it with a different brush. This one's the Morphe 441 brush. I feel like this is a little bit fluffier, so it's a little bit better on the eyes. Covers a lot more area. Look at this. Look at how much kick up that has. Usually I don't mind it, but I've never seen a palette with so much. I'm just like, wow. Like, I feel with a couple of uses I would hit pan. I'm a little scared to see what colors you use. I guess I'll go in a little bit with this color Sangria right there in the corner. I'm going to use that same Morphe brush and lightly tap because wow. And to darken up the outer corner a little bit, I'm going to be going in with this color Overbaked right here. And I'm going to be using this Vintage Cosmetic. It's a angled shadow brush, which is like perfect for when I want to get the outer corner parts of my eyes. Look at that. A lot of it comes on the brush, but then when you tap off the excess, it's crazy. It's a lot. And I'm going to be using this small Morphe. This is a 508 brush. I like using this to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to try going in with this ethereal color right there in the top corner to see how that looks. Maybe putting some of that Hush Hush color right on top of it. Gotta say, so far I am not thrilled with this palette. Very powdery, a lot of kick up. I feel like you have to work a lot with this palette. And next, what I'm gonna try to do is, because I feel like this is gonna go south really quickly. I don't know if I should do it with my finger or pack it on. I'm going to use this Luxie 246. This is a precision crease brush. I'm going to use some of this shade right here, that dark red metallic color in the color Slow Burn, and I'm going to try using it there, hopefully. I don't think it's a good idea because they're just so crumbly. I feel like it's going to fall all over my eye, but let's try it out and see first. If not, I'll use setting spray. I I bought the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. So what I'm going to do is just take some of that same slow burn color and put some setting spray on it to see if it makes a difference with the application of the eyeshadows. I think that applied it a little bit better. It was some work with these eyeshadows. I'm just taking some more of that overbaked color just so I can blend out that outer corner, and maybe taking a little bit of that peach fuzz to blend in that crease and outer corner of my eye. I'm just gonna go over it with a clean, fluffy brush. This is the Morphe 505, and I always like using this just to go over what I've done and make sure that everything's been blended in seamlessly. This has absolutely no product in it. Like I said, it's just to blend everything in a little bit better, especially with these shades that they've been a handful to use. Wasn't planning on going this red, but I was a little scared to use those other shades just because of how crumbly they are. I want to use like a little bit of something else on top, but again, I am so scared to see how they're gonna work. What I am going to do is take some of that ethereal color. This is another packing brush, but this one is the Morphe. This is the M421 brush, and I'm just going to take that one and use some setting spray for sure, and putting that right in the middle of my eye to see how it applies. Gives like a little nice reflect, but really doesn't do much. And honestly, with the setting spray, it's like coming off a little bit. And I'm just gonna leave the eyes as it is. I don't want to mess with them anymore because I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. The next product that I do want to use is going to be this one. This is the Milani Stay Put Matte Liner. This is in the color 01 Black Matte, and this is a 17-hour wear liquid liner, and I have used this before and I actually like this product very much. It does last a very good amount of time on the eyelid. This is what the packaging looks like right there. That is what the tip of that looks like. It is a very, very pigmented, very, very black, as you can see. So let me go ahead and just do that winged liner. I gotta say, a winged liner fixes everything. It looks so much better. You can always rely on a winged liner to come and save the day. That looks absolutely perfect. I love this. I hope we can do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so this one didn't turn out as good as my right side did, but I'm just gonna use a Q-tip and some makeup remover just so I can kind of clean up the edge a little bit. Can't win them all. Some good eyeliner days and some bad ones. And the next thing that we're going to be working on is the face. For this, I did get the Milani Prime and Protect. This is an SPF 30 face primer. So usually when things have SPF, it does give you flashback, and it doesn't smell too much like sunscreen. Really like that. That's what it looks like right there. I don't really have any primers that have SPF in it, and I usually like just putting these on because they make your skin look nice, they protect it at the same time. And I did want to try this one out because I have a lot of SPFs that break out my skin, so just hope that that doesn't break out my skin. And next I am going to be taking that Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is the 2-in-1 foundation concealer. This is the one I used earlier to use as a base for my eyes. Hopefully this is a good color for me right now. I'm just going to be using a pump on the back of my hand and spread it around on my face, and hopefully that'll be enough. And I'm just going to be using my Love is a Foundation brush just to blend everything in. And I think that that one pump worked out perfectly to cover my whole face. And I just don't like how this looks right here in the corner. It looks smeared, so it doesn't look natural. Maybe after I'm finished, I will try to fix that. But I am going to be taking that Milani Prep-Set+Go transparent face powder. I'm going to be using my Morphe Y1. This is just a large powder brush just so I can set that foundation down. As you can see, that foundation did leave my skin looking very, very dewy. So just to kind of set that down a little bit, I'm going to be using this powder because the setting spray that I got is dewy as well, so I'm sure that will help it out at the end. And I'm just going to be using this Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. This is in the color number 3, Suntan Bain de Soleil. Hopefully this is dark enough. And I'm going to be using my Morphe E3 powder brush. This is a little bit more angled. That way it can get into the curves of my face a little bit better. And this smells really good. I don't know what it smells like, but it smells good. See, the color on there looks very pigmented, so I'm just going to start up here first. Next, I did get 2 separate blush products just because I wanted to try out 2 different ones. The first one that I got is going to be this little blush trio. Those are the shades right there. They look absolutely stunning. This one is in the number 2. It's the Floral Fantasy, and it doesn't really have names on it. The other blush product that I got is one that I really wanted to try. This one is the Milani Baked Powder Blush. This is in the color number 2, Rose de Oro. That is the color right there. It looks absolutely stunning. And then on the bottom, it comes with its own little brush and a mirror. Again, cute for traveling. Reason why I wanted to get this was because I have the Laura Geller one and I love this baked blush. It looks so yummy. They look pretty similar. They have like the same concept. So I wanted to try this out, and I'm just going to be using my Morphe E4 brush. This is my favorite blush brush to use, and I'm going to be taking some of that Rose de Oro color and applying that to my cheeks. And you see how it instantly gives you like a glow. It looks very pretty. I might have applied a little bit too much, but I'm just going to go with that Morphe Y1 brush just to kind of bring that down a little bit. But it looks very, very pretty. And next, before I finish applying everything else, let me go ahead and apply my highlighter. This is the Milani Strobe Light Insta Glow Powder. This is in the color number 2, Day Glow Luminescence Diurne, I think is how you say that. This I actually already had, and I'm going to be using one of my favorite highlighting brushes. This is the Luxie 522, and I'm just going to be using this to highlight the tops of my cheeks. And next, I'm going to be using the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. And this is supposed to hydrate, illuminate, and set your makeup. And the lightweight spray locks in makeup for up to 16 hours, refreshing effect and healthy looking glow. So let me just go ahead and use that. Let me actually sit in front of the fan for a minute. Holy moly, I love dewy, but whew, we are really dewy. If you are ever looking for a product that leaves your makeup looking very hydrated, very glowy and dewy, this will definitely do it for you. Holy crap, I have never looked this dewy before. I love it. It's just, whew, I guess I'm gonna get used to it. Just put a little powder right here because this is not an area that I really want to be too dewy in. Everywhere else is okay, but like around this area right here, I have fine lines around there and it just is not gonna work. But the skin looks so beautiful. The highlight, I really like it, but now the way that it applied, wow, it looks very, very pretty. And next, I am going to be using this Milani Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner Pencil. This is in the color 01 Linked on Black. Can never go wrong with a black eyeliner. Always looking for a new one. I have yet to find one. The one that I always go back to is the MAC Black Liner. I've bought from e.l.f., ColourPop. I've actually tried a couple different brands, but none of them really do it for me. But this one looks very promising, I've gotta say. Let me just swatch it here right next to the liquid liner that I used. Wow, it is very creamy and very black. So let me go ahead and put that on my waterline. It is very, very creamy and very, very pigmented and black. My favorite. I love a black liner on my waterline. It's honestly my favorite. I don't know what it is about black. It just does it for me. Gotta say, I think I've found a new black liner. I really, really like that. Let's see how long everything lasts and how everything looks by the end of the night. I will leave it in the description box below on how everything looks. And the next product that I do want to use is going to be this one. This is the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. And here they give you a little example of what your eye looks before and then after. I'm going to try it out on one eye and then leave the other one bare. That way you guys can see the difference and see if this actually works and claims to do everything it says it does. This is going to be the wand right there. Let me go ahead and apply this. So this is going to be just after one coat. I am going to apply one more. And that's after two coats. You can really see the difference. I hope the lighting isn't too horrible, but those are my lashes right there. They did pretty good. They didn't clump up for the most part. A little bit maybe here on the outside, but that has to do with me when I use my liner, that it gets sometimes on my lashes, but it looks very pretty. Let me go ahead and do the other eye. My lashes look very, very voluptuous. And the next product that I am going to be using is going to be this Milani Color Statement Lip Liner. This is in the color 08 Fuchsia. I'm using this to line my lips. I usually don't like using wooden liners because they just are very rough on the skin and very drying. So let's see how this looks. So that didn't apply too horribly. Again, I had lip balm already on, so maybe that's why it went a little bit smoother, but when I first started off, I did feel a little bit of the wooden pencil. I'm not crazy over lip liners. I really don't use them all the time, only if I'm wearing like a very dark color, and even then I'd rather just use the lipstick. The last product that we are going to use is going to be this Milani. It's a Amore Shine Liquid Lip Color, and this one is in the color number 9 Idol. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this right on top. It smells really good. I don't know what that smells like, but it smells really good. Oh, this is interesting. This is the Doofah applicator at the end. You can see how it's curved, so that ought to be very interesting to apply onto the lips. And here is my face finished up. Let me just bring you in a little closer. That way you can see the finished product. My lips do feel a little bit tingly. It doesn't say anything about it having any type of plumping ingredients or anything like that. Alright guys, and here is the finished makeup look. I've gotta say it turned out a lot better than I was expecting. I know I've used certain products from Milani before, but my skin right now looks absolutely stunning. I loved that setting spray. Holy moly, did that leave my skin dewy or what? I struggled a little bit with the eyes, and using that palette, I've gotta say the eyeshadow palette was my least favorite product out of everything that I did purchase. My favorite, that setting spray. Holy crap, that left on my face beautiful. I love it. This liquid lip color does feel a little bit tingly. I'm not a fan of that type of sensation on my lips. Second favorite product, I've got to say, was that eyeliner. Wow, that eyeliner was very pigmented. I hope it doesn't fade off too quickly, because that's the problem with black liners on the waterline. But usually if you set it with a black color right on top, then it will last a little bit longer. I usually like doing that as well when I want a really black pigmented waterline color. And the foundation actually worked pretty good. I didn't have to use a concealer. Again, I didn't apply too much right here. You can see a little bit of my dark circles, but it is what it is. I didn't want it to look too cakey. And wow, my skin, I can't stop looking at my skin. It looks absolutely incredible. And to be honest, Milani is a very affordable brand that you can find at the drugstore. They've got amazing products. They're cruelty free. I mean, there's so many great things about Milani, and I loved that I did this because I did find some new products that I never would have thought I would have loved. That Milani baked blush I loved as well. I'm glad I finally got to purchase that. And yeah guys, I hope that you did enjoy today's video. If you did, remember to leave it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, then just hit that little red box down below. I would love for you to join us. And remember, always be grateful, always be thankful, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.